The following program was paid for by Latino Cleveland.
This program was made possible by Global Cleveland, supporting the growth of Northeast Ohio's Hispanic community.
Este programa es hecho gracias a Global Cleveland, respaldando el crecimiento de la comunidad hispana en el noreste de Ohio.
Hola, welcome to another episode of Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I'm Myra Rosario, your host, and I'm happy you could join us today. We have a packed show for you. We are going to meet some great Hispanic owners that are taking things to new heights, seriously new heights. We're going to go high in the treetops with swifttrees and down memory lane with the Cleveland Ballet. Later in the show, we have a new member to the Yo Soy Latino Cleveland family that I get to introduce you to. But first this morning, a story that we covered earlier, but we've had so many requests to re-air, featuring an inspirational group of young adults, some amazing Lincoln West students who are making a real difference in their community. Let's take a look.
HPAC is it's basically a health group. And what we do is we pick topics and we try to pick those topics to help our communities and try to engrowth the health in our communities.
Hi, my name is Raymond Salacombo. I'm a junior at Lincoln West and I work with HPAC, and our focus was working with the kids with physical disabilities and mental disabilities.
Now the topic my HPAC team picked, we call it EDOPT, but it's Eliminating Discrimination Against Physical Disabilities.
Usually the special needs students are left downstairs in their own classes, and they're usually always together and work like by themselves, and it's not fun downstairs. It's like doll painting walls. It's not someplace you want to be.
Now they are more involved. So we have them in regular classrooms now with other kids. And now instead of, people not looking at them, they want to be engaged with them or they want to help them.
And then we have them eating on the second floor during lunch.
So this project was a huge step into getting the kids with physical disabilities closer with other children, letting them know they're just as normal as everybody else.
They do a buddy system, so everybody in our HPAC program, and they have to work with them, help them with homework, hang out with them, build a bond so you become friends with them. And then from there on, you start seeing their face change. They go from this frowny, sad, helpless kid, now they're like, "Hey Raymond, what's up?" when they see me walking on the wall, high fives and stuff. For me, I think it helped build my leadership skills, because now I know how to interact with different variety of people.
My name is Camille Premsik. I'm a student at Lincoln West High School. I'm in HPAC, and my focus is on alcohol and drug prevention group.
I feel like when I came here, I see lots of teens when they get out from school and they start smoking and drinking. So I think I sort of work something. And then Ms. Moore kind of come to me and "You want to work against alcohol and drugs?" I'm like, "Sure, I do." Because I see that's the problem around at my school, so I should work with the teens who are having problems with it.
So our basic goal is for us to go out there and talk to them.
They ask us why should I be in this program? We say well, if you have some program, some problems at home with your parents, or even if you see lots of things going on in your community about alcohol and drugs, you can teach them not to do it.
If an adult go and talk to a youth, they're gonna be adult talk, and they keep on saying and they talk whatever they want, they don't care. But if a student at your same age go and talk to you and they're telling you whatever you're doing is not right.
So when they saw me joining it, they were just at first they weren't into it, they were just Raymond, he's always doing things. But then now they're Raymond, can we help you with this? And I'm sure guys, I'm having a project or something, you guys should come up to the high school and help me.
It's actually had impact a lot of students in our school, and they were we have a bunch of kids that come back and said that they want to join our group.
any chance I get to make my community better, even in small ways, because people don't realize like it starts with small things and it builds up.
The fact that HPAC has allowed me to be a leader in not only my school but my community, that helps me even more. Because it's more than just putting it down. I was in HPAC on my resume. Is doing it and showing that I can do it.
I'm definitely doing it again next year. It's a good experience and I would recommend it for any student in high school.
Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. Well, it's that time of year. Beautiful weather, family, cookouts, hikes, yard work, home improvements. Well, at least some of that is fun. So what do you do when you have a project that's just too big to do yourself, like tree removal? Well, let the experts handle it. We'd like to share with our viewers information on a Latino-owned business. And the other day, I had an opportunity to talk with Nefti from swifttrees. So let's check it out. Hi, I'm Myra Rosario with Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. So not only is it the time of year to think about beautifying your yard, but it's also the time of year to think about keeping your yard safe and your family safe. So I'm here today with Ali Munoz from swifttrees, a dear friend of mine.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
What are you doing?
Helping this lady out with this tree.
Yeah?
We got a rotted out tree here. It's totally dead. And she's afraid it's gonna fall on her house, so we're gonna help her.
What's the likelihood this tree would fall on her house?
In Cleveland, the way our weather is, tomorrow.
Really?
Could be. I mean, I could put my hand all the way inside of this branch, almost through it. You see it?
Yeah.
So there's nothing holding this branch up. So yeah, I mean, a good wind could crack this thing down, break her wires, fall on her house.
Wow.
And then she's got more problems then.
So what other type of reasons would anyone cut their tree down?
A lot of times birds can't even fly through trees because there's so many branches. Sometimes it's really good to kind of just refreshen a tree by just giving it a fresh trim. You want to clean up the insides so airflow can get through it. Birds can flow through it. A lot of times it's better for the tree. The vitamins that the tree lets out goes to the proper places when there's less dead wood on it.
Right.
So.
Do you mean like oxygen and that type of thing?
Just in general. If this tree's been working on supplementing this branch here, but this branch is dead. So if it wasn't here, it could be using that energy to maybe flourish something else.
Right.
So
what are some of the services that swifttrees? Did I say that right?
Yes.
What do you guys do? We
do tree trimming, pruning. We also remove trees. We do stump grinding. So once we're done with the whole tree, we'll flush the tree and we'll come with a grinder and we'll grind the whole bottom part of the tree, which are like the roots and the stump. This way the customer can plant a new tree.
Right. So how high can you go? How high can you go?
I've been 120 feet.
120
That's the highest.
feet. Wow. So you get rid of all the debris and everything, right?
Yeah, we make sure before we leave. We don't get paid until the customer's fully satisfied. So we rake up, we blow everything out. We make sure they're happy, and if they're happy, then we're happy.
Cool. So you have a good Latino clientele?
I do. I was born and raised on the west side of Cleveland. I went to Lincoln West, so I know a lot of the west side community, and they tend to giving me a call.
Yeah. You speak Spanish?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I think it's great what you do, and it's so brave.
It's
What's
a
up? Are you going
day.
to show me something? You're going to get me up there? Kind of?
We'll see if we do something.
All right. Well,
Yep.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming by.
It's great and incredible what you do, and stay safe.
Appreciate
this
it.
Spring, summer, winter, and thank you again for being with us. Okay. And when we get back, there'll be more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. And if you'd like to learn more about swifttrees, you can log on to latinocleveland.com and make sure you stay tuned for more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I had an opportunity to visit Gladisa Guadalupe, an amazing, talented Latina, and Cleveland's very own prima ballerina. She shared with us some exciting news about the revival of the Cleveland Ballet, straight from Puerto Rico. She's awesome. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Myra Rosario with Yo Soy Latino Cleveland, and I am so excited to be here at the Cleveland Ballet with Gladisa Guadalupe. How are you?
Muy bien,
Now
muy bien, gracias.
You're a Latina ballerina. ¿De dónde tú eres?
I was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I came here to Cleveland in 1982. Wow. I left San Juan, Puerto Rico to study under George Balanchine in New York City, and then I took a contract with Ballet Nuevo Mundo de Caracas and danced around the world, and I ended up in Cleveland in 1982 with Cleveland Ballet. I was a principal dancer, school director, and principal company teacher.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, the Cleveland Ballet, they left 15 years ago?
Yes, Cleveland Ballet left 15 years ago, and I stayed back in Cleveland. I created, they now call this School of Cleveland Ballet, and a Cleveland Ballet Youth Company. And now we're in the process of reestablishing a resident ballet company in Cleveland, a new Cleveland Ballet.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome. And you're in the forefront of that.
I am the director, correct. I am the director, yes.
Where is the school located?
Look, it's in Bedford Heights.
Bedford Heights? Okay.
Yes.
So, with the transition of the Cleveland Ballet leaving, and now you're kind of working on bringing it back, right?
Yes. What we're trying to do right now is to reestablish a resident ballet company in Cleveland, like we had once before, and this is why we had the Cleveland Ballet, the new Cleveland Ballet. And we are in the process of offering contracts to professional dancers to establish a professional resident ballet company in the city.
Incredible.
Yes.
Now, you have an opportunity for young children?
Yes, we do have the School of Cleveland Ballet, in which we train students to eventually become members of the youth company and eventually become members of the professional Cleveland Ballet company.
Well, you're also offering a scholarship?
Yes, we are looking for a female and a male Hispanic children ages 8 to 12, in which we will hold an audition and choose a couple to train them under this art of ballet. Okay. Yes, we will be holding auditions at Playhouse Square. That's our second home, Playhouse Square. And for information, they can call the school at 216-320-9000 or visit us at the clevelandballet.org.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Now, you also have some other programs for the summer camp?
Yes, we do have a summer program, which is June, July, and August. They can also go to our website or call us directly, and we can give them information.
Okay, what's the website again?
www.clevelandballet.org.
Okay,
Yes.
clevelandballet.org.
Yes.
And so make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity for auditions for your child between 8 and 12. So make sure you log on to latinocleveland.com. We will have more information. And I want to thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
And make sure you stay tuned for more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland after this. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. Coming up next, I will be introducing you to our newest family member on Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. But first, there are some exciting things happening in Cleveland this summer, and we'd like to share them with you on our community calendar in TU CIUDAD. So remember, if you have an event that you'd like to share, you can always contact us on latinocleveland.com. Now let's take a look.
Nurses are desperately needed right now.
I'm interested in nursing because of the human relationship factor of it. You get to help people, you get to teach people. It's a very rewarding field to be in.
Tri-C offers a lot of different nursing tracks depending on what your needs are.
The best part of the program at Tri-C is just the camaraderie that you have between the faculty and the students, and everyone's kind of like a big family.
This is your checklist as to everything that needs to be done with this patient.
Tri-C's faculty is excellent. They bring their experience, their passion, and they bring their knowledge of nursing into the classroom.
Tri-C teachers really prepare you to work in the field. They prepare you for any given situation.
Tri-C has amazing technology, and being in the simulation lab is just like being in the clinical experience.
They have mannequins that are run by computer that change. Their blood pressure changes, their heart rate changes, they perspire. They're living machines.
Why do you think nasally is probably not a good idea when he has that injury to the left side?
I would definitely say that this is one of the best nursing programs in the area.
Every real nurse that I've worked with in a clinical environment, as soon as they hear that I'm from Tri-C, their eyes light up because they know that we're coming in there prepared to do our job.
For more information, please visit www.tri-c.edu/nursing.
Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I'm excited to introduce to you our newest member of Yo Soy Latino Cleveland Familia. Many of you remember her. She was a guest, boo, a guest on the show a while back from Moncho's Bar and Grill. So she is our new resident chef. How are you?
Oh, great. Thank you for having me again. I love cooking on the show, so thank you.
Yeah, it was great. So what are you doing for us? You know, a lot of people love plátanos.
I know. I kept thinking like what to do, and then one of my favorite things to eat, whether it's the sweet plantains or the green plantains, is plantains. I think they go with everything. So today I'm going to be showing the viewers of Yo Soy Latino how to kind of prepare them.
Okay, great.
All right, so let's get started. I already have some going on in the fryer, but what you want to do is you want to cut the ends.
Okay.
And then you want to make kind of like two small incisions right down the plantain. You want to make sure that your knife is really sharpened.
Yeah, I see that.
But yeah, so then you peel it. Do you want to help me peel this one while I cut another one?
Yeah, sure. I remember doing this as a child with my grandmother.
I know.
A million of them.
I was never allowed to get near the fryer, but definitely was asked to peel them many times.
Yes.
And you want to make sure that you always wash your hands after you do this because these will stain your clothes.
Okay.
And that won't be fun.
Yep.
So we want to go ahead and cut them in kind of like 1 inch, or even if you want to make the plantains bigger, in 2 inches. So they're going to be like that. And you put them in the deep fryer.
Okay.
You want to make sure you kind of just slide them in there. Do not toss them because you don't want that hot oil jumping in your face, which has happened to many people.
Yeah.
So then, I already have some in here, and you want to make sure that when you get them out, they're golden.
Okay.
All right. Once they're golden, I obviously have one of our plátano smushers from Moncho's, but at home, we usually just use, it can be like a can of beans or something.
Yeah, what are some inventive home things?
Yeah.
I've seen people use paper bags.
You can use paper bags. You can use you can really almost even use your hand. Just make sure that the plantain, if you're using your hand, isn't so hot because you will burn yourself.
Right.
So you just make sure it gets a little bit of air. Once that's done, you kind of start pressing it, and you want to do it when it's warm, not so hot, not cold. If you don't do it at the right time, you're going to get these plantains, and they're not really pretty. You want to make sure that they're nice and thin,
right?
Because that's how you get kind of like the really nice crust and crispiness to them.
So this right here is because it was too cold?
Yes, correct. I think it went on the fryer, the oil was too hot, and it just ended up turning out like that, and that's why they break.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go ahead and give it a little squish. And look at that. Yeah. So every time you kind of like smush, I keep calling it smush, and I think that's not the right word, but it's okay. Yeah, once you flatten it, you always want to make sure you have kind of like a Ziploc bag, so then that way it doesn't stick to whatever you're working with.
Okay, great idea.
But this is kind of what you want.
Okay.
All right, and let's go ahead and just kind of deep fry one of these now.
Okay.
Remember, just to slide it in.
Is it the same process with a sweet plantain?
It's not, because the sweet plantain is a lot more, I don't even know how to say it. It's like, I don't know how to say it.
Like softer,
yeah.
and mushier.
What you can do with the sweet plantain though is let's pretend this is sweet plantain. You kind of just cut it in slices.
Okay.
So this is what you would get if it's a sweet plantain. And you don't have to fry it twice. With the green plantains, you have to make sure you first cut them into your 1-inch cubes, then you smash them, then you go back and do this.
Awesome, cool. Well, we just have a few more minutes, so what do we do after we fry this? Or a few more seconds?
Well, after that, you really don't do much. You just take it out, let it rest, make sure the oil comes, so you don't serve it to your guests oily.
That was really quick, too.
Yeah, it really doesn't take a lot of time. What we love to do at Moncho's is serve it with our favorite ogao. You can call it ogo, just like that, or you can serve it with guacamole.
Great. Well, we want to thank you so much for being a part of this show, and plátanos are a lot of people's favorites, so now they can make them at home. So for more information about today's episode, you can always check us out online at latinocleveland.com. Next week, we have another fun show planned for you. Don't miss it, and don't forget, we're here every Saturday, Channel 3 at 11 a.m. So join us here next week.